today, and this is Yolandi from Divine Soul. So welcome to my first day of online training, and what we're going to be working with today is soul purpose. So I'm very excited to speak to you about the Akashic Records and about what I've learned over the last 5 years and the work that I do with the Akashic Records, and hopefully by the end of today and by the end of this week you would have learned a load of stuff as well. Okay, so basically what we're going to be doing today is we're going to work with soul purpose. And I thought what I'd do first is actually just start with the Akashic Records so that you can just have a basic understanding if you haven't worked with it before or you haven't had a reading done before, just to get an idea of actually how it works and how we relate to the Akashic Records. So what happens with the records is it is basically, in the simplest form, a massive database. So if you can imagine a library, so you have a library and it's this huge building filled with books, and every single book has got information in. So I've got a book and you've got a book. So every single soul in the whole universe has got their own book in the Akashic Records. And what happens is that the book basically keeps information. So this book has got information about your soul. It's got information about your purpose. It's got information about every single past life that you've ever lived. And it's got information about your future. So it's got everything that there is to know about you as a person wrapped up in this one book. So the cool thing about the records is that we've all got the opportunity to actually go in there and go and have a look at it. So we can go and explore, we can go and experience, and I can look at my own records. I can look at your records if I get permission, which is quite important for me as well. And I can look at places in the world. I can look at events that's happened in the past, etc. So there's so much information that you can actually get. So how's it, Anka? Nice to see you, sweetheart. Well, not see you, see you. Anyway, so basically the Akashic Records, for me, it's really important that you get in there and that you can go and explore and experience what's happening in there. Now, the one thing about the records that's really important for me, just to emphasize, is that the minute we try and get into the records, it's basically we're shifting from a third dimensional vibration to a fifth dimensional vibration. So when I do the meditation just now to take you guys in, I'm going to actually explain to you more about how we move from 3D to 5D so that we can actually access the information, because the Akashic Records are part of the fifth dimensional realm. Okay, so the one thing I always get asked is about purpose, and I think it's really important to know that each of us, our soul wants to experience something here. Our soul wants to do something, it wants to create something, and it wants to have a good time while it's actually here. So that's the one thing I think that I get asked most. Like, everyone always wants to know, like, what's my purpose? So I'm going to tell you a bit about my story and how I actually got into understanding my purpose and understanding like what it is that my soul wants to experience in this lifetime. So what happened with me it was about 5 years ago. I was like on this whole journey of self-discovery. I started reading books. I just wanted to know, like, what the hell, why am I here? What am I doing? You know, what's the point of all of this? And I met a lady who did Akashic Record readings, and it was quite interesting. We had the session and she turned to me and she said to me, but do you know that you're actually supposed to be a healer? Now, at that point in time in my life, I was a business analyst in the financial industry, busy creating software and writing specs for one of the biggest mobile banking companies in the world. And I was okay, but I wasn't really on purpose at that point in time. So it was really quite difficult for me, because here I'm going from this like extreme rigid and someone saying to me, guess what, you're a healer. But I knew inside, because I was always the person who was busy helping everyone else. I wanted to study psychology. I just never like got into the methodologies and stuff of it, so I didn't actually pursue it any further. But I knew inside, like inside my being, when she said that, it was like someone punched me in the stomach, and it was like, shit, this is actually what I'm supposed to be doing. So I obviously like had this little idea in my head that, oh, I can just, you know, sort of dip my toe in there, not really get involved. But I think my guides in the universe had a completely different idea of where they wanted me to go. They made sure I got retrenched and everything sort of fell apart. And then it was like, okay, well, what are you going to do? Are you actually going to now be in the space where you're going to pursue what your soul wants to do? You've been told now you can choose. So I chose to go this route, and I chose to start reading the Akashic Records and to connect with my purpose, because my purpose is all about helping people, bringing in the light, and making people discover who they really are and understanding who they really are. And the Akashic Records have really given me the opportunity to get connected with that. So for me, when we work with purpose, it's about what's that niggle inside of you? Like, what is it that I feel that I need to bring to the world? So often people are like, oh, there's a book inside of me, or there's something that I need to do. There's somewhere where I actually need to express myself in the world and help other people. Okay, so not everyone's here to be a healer, for instance, but people are here to help other people. People are here to help children. People are here to bring in consciousness. People are here to write books. People are here to do all sorts of things. There's teachers. There's people who are here to show us how to create businesses and how to be successful in life and how to make money. That can even be your purpose. So that's an interesting one. But yeah, so it's all sorts of things. But I think every single one of us deep inside actually knows what it is. But we're so busy thinking and doing what we're supposed to be doing and what society is saying we're supposed to be doing that we're never really connecting with that. So for me, the whole thing is that we have to tap into what it is that our hearts actually want to tell us. What is it that my intuition, my higher self wants to actually share with me and give to me? And the one thing that I've learned, and I've read enough books about this now to really start like understanding how does it work with scientifically with our intuition and our brains. And generally what happens is, say you ask a question, the first answer that pops in is always the right answer, because that's our heart. How's it, Noah? Thanks, sweet. Okay, so the first thing that happens is that we are basically connecting with our heart, and that immediately gives us the first answer. That's the thing that immediately snaps. So we need to actually listen to that. But what we do is we take our brain and we then start doubting, and do I really know this? And can I really do this? And am I good enough? And all that crap basically comes in there. But what we're needing to do is we're needing to listen to that first thought, because scientifically, like the firing of all those neurons and electrons and all those goodies that is in our brains, the heart is the quickest. Okay, so when we start working with our intuition and when we start working with the Akashic Records, we have to start trusting ourselves. So every time that first thing that pops in, that's what you need to write down. That's the thing that you have to hold on to, because that's the thing that matters. That's your higher self speaking to you, your guides, your intuition, your whole being, and not the, oh my goodness, this can't be real, maybe it's not what I'm thinking, blah, 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 because we just do this bullshit thing where we basically just go in there. How's it, Marlies? How's it, Alison? Nice to see you guys as well. So for me, the whole thing with the Akashics is, guys, we have to connect with our truth. What is it that's coming from my heart? And even this morning while I was prepping for this, it was so beautiful. The guides just put up like heart. Like heart is the thing that we've forgotten as humanity to connect with, and heart is the thing that connects us to the Akashic Records. If I trust the things that I find in that dimension, that's the stuff that I can use to help me on my path in this lifetime. Okay, so what I'd like to do today is to actually take you guys into the Akashic Records and let's go in there and go and see firstly what it looks like. I always do this through meditations. There's various different ways. In the beginning, when I'm training people to do this and teaching people, doing a meditation and having a ritual to get into the records helps you to move into trust. Okay, it helps you to start feeling a bit more comfortable, because if you're not comfortable with going in, you're not going to find answers and you're not going to actually find something. So if we have a little ritual that every time I'm saying to my brain, hello, this is how I go in and I connect with the fifth dimension. Okay, so there's always ritual. Now, people do it differently all over the world. Like some people go into trance, etc., etc. This is one of the simplest ways to do it. And for me, it's about physically within the meditation, moving myself from 3D to 5D. So you guys will see now when I guide you through it, I'll help you move from one state to the other state. Okay, and then when we're in there, when we go into the meditation, it will be basically about helping ourselves move into the Akashic Records, and let's go and see what we find there, okay? I like to always take a guide with me, and if you can't see what your guides look like, then don't worry about it. There's no right and wrong. You don't have to stand there and go, oh my goodness, look, it's a guy with like a long beard and a robe and all that crap. No, just feel like, who are you feeling with you? You don't have to see. That's the other thing, actually, just to bring that in here, is that very often people have got this misconception. So I think we must be like this Hollywood thing where they think anyone who's psychic must be able to see stuff. So you literally have to be able to see there's a being standing there, or there's like this soul there, or whatever. It doesn't work like that. Very often we have different skills, and I'll speak a bit more about that this week. But for me, I am claircognizant, so I know stuff. Like when I go in, I will just know things. I don't see stuff. Like I don't see spirits here and blah, blah, blah. It doesn't work like that. Some people do have that, and that's awesome. And it's way easier then to know that what you're actually working with. But most of us feel stuff, and we need to trust our feelings. And that for me is why I teach people, like, you work from your gut, you work from your heart, you work from what pops in the first time. Okay, so don't have this idea that you need to be a psychic or whatever, because for me, this journey started for me 5 years ago. Like I said, I knew nothing. I knew absolutely nothing. I wasn't psychic. I wasn't anything. But through teaching myself and every single day consistently working with this stuff, it just gets easier and easier. It's a bit like riding a bike. Okay, once you're in there, like, you're going. So that's why I can literally, like, if we teach you to do this, you can do it like within weeks. You'll be able to go, oh, I can do this. This is fabulous. So anyway, so just come with me today. Allow yourself to feel what you feel and experience what you experience, and no preconceived ideas of thinking, oh, I have to do it like this, or it has to be like that, whatever. It doesn't work that way. Just be in the moment, just be in there, and just feel what you feel. And then just like allow yourself to surrender. Okay, expectations out the window today. Just come with me on this little journey, and let's have some fun, and let's just experience the beautiful energies of the Akashic Records. And I will then take you guys in and guide you, and then we'll come out again and we'll have a little bit of a chat from there. Okay, so also, just so you know, I work with what we call light language. So I channel different energies, and it's mostly when you connect to the universe and you connect to the feelings of love, and you connect to the higher vibrations, you can actually translate it into different languages, into song, into sound, all of that type of stuff. So you'll see while I'm doing the meditation with you, I might be channeling some different words, etc. And what it does is it just brings us into a higher vibration. So just go with me on this, just feel it. It won't make sense to you. It has no meaning per se. I can't translate it, but it's all about what does it feel like. Okay, so this is really important. For me, all of this working on our spiritual path, our intuition, all of it is really about, it's what does it feel like, okay? And like generally for me, we are working from a space of love, okay? All the time, I connect with my heart and I work from a space of love. And this is the same for each of you. When you're on your spiritual journey, work from your heart. You can never, ever go wrong there. So whatever you're feeling today, just let it be. And there might be some nice things coming up. Who knows what you might see while we're doing the meditation. Okay, so I'm just grabbing my beautiful sound bowl. Also, sound bowls are another awesome thing, just by the way. Big fan of these. They help to raise the vibration as well. And this one specifically is so fabulous because it focuses on taking our adrenals down. So if you're a bit stressed out, whatever, it will actually help you to come down and just connect and just focus on your higher heart and your heart space with this. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to start breathing in. So I'm going to ask that you close your eyes now and just be with me in this space. Okay, so we're going to breathe in. So breathing for me is really important because breathing connects us to our body, which connects us to stillness and takes us out of our brains. Because what we want today is we want to get out of our brains, okay? We just want to be in our body, we want to be in our imagination, in this high vibrational energy. So I want you to breathe in, and I want you to breathe out. And in again, and out. And in again, and out. You just listen to the sound. And breathing in and breathing out. And just allowing yourself now to take these few minutes with me to go and explore the Akashic Records. So see yourself now in a space that makes you happy. Some place where you feel really safe and secure. A place maybe in nature, somewhere that's special to you, somewhere that makes you feel really, really happy and safe. And just visualize yourself standing there in the middle of this beautiful space. And just feel what you're feeling right now. And just allowing everything that you've been worrying about today, just to put it aside now. Put it down on the ground. Take it off your shoulders, off your heart. And just be in the space of completely surrendering right now. The next few minutes, just to allow yourself to receive the gifts. And breathing in and breathing out. Tresialara sokoi amaniala socho totoyana kiyamate. And as you're standing in this beautiful space that makes you so happy, just feel what you're feeling and see what you're seeing. What's the air feeling like? What does the sky look like? What's around you? Just completely envelop yourself in this beauty, this special place of yours that makes you so happy. And just see your heart all light, filled with beautiful, beautiful pink light, gentleness today. And in front of you, there's a doorway, a small doorway that I need you now to walk towards. We're going to go through this doorway. And where you are right now, you can imagine that to be the third dimensional reality. When you come with me through this doorway now, we'll be proceeding up towards the fifth dimensional reality. And just walk towards the door right now. And I want you to open it up. Slowly walk through it and close it again. And then as you step through, see who's with you, feel who's with you, experience who's with you. There might be one guide, there might be multiple guides. There's no rules. Just feel what you're feeling, see what you're feeling. Experience what you're experiencing right now. And I want you to walk towards the big staircase in front of you. And I want you to start climbing up, up, up with your guides in tow. Slowly, slowly walking up towards this beautiful light at the top of the stairs. And just keep walking. Ariana tekialara soshotokoia nananialara nono koia masekotoi. And as you're looking upwards, you see these massive gates in front of you. Just keep walking towards the gates now. Just look around, see what you see, feel what you feel, experience moving upwards. Etre selialara sokoia sencheki alara masono tokoia. And as you get to the beautiful gates, push them open and walk in. And look into this building and see what you see. This is the hall of the Akashic Records, with billions and billions of books. So have a good look around. How does it look for you? Just allow yourself to immerse yourself in that beautiful feeling, the energy around you. Nia maya wate aya nia o ai Enyana o aya o. And as you're standing there now, ask your guide to take you to your book, your own record, and slowly walk towards it now. Take it off the shelf and open it up and make yourself comfortable. Yoria meano yanai Enyonana o enyanana. Connect with this page right in front of you now. Let your heart show you what your gift is right now. What is that thing immediately that pops into your head? What am I bringing to the world? Don't think about the how, just be in that word, that sentence, that feeling. No expectation, it's the first thing that pops into you right now. Feel it. Leliala mateko ia neniano e anao. And as you're sitting there, take that word, that sentence, that feeling. Keep it in your hands like a beautiful ball of light right now. Just hold it there. Now calling in the beautiful light of the divine. Let it go into that ball of light in your hands and okay, so that was fun. I seem to have lost you guys. And okay, so basically, if you had finished the meditation, just quickly breathe with me. Not sure what happened there. Might have been a bit hectic on the energies. Who knows? Anyway, so, okay. So for those of you, I'll make sure that the replays get fixed up and stuff. Get them all back together. So just ground your feet into the ground right now and see yourself actually growing some roots there and getting yourself right back into Mother Earth. And just have a breathe in and out. Visualize yourself just like really steadying yourself on the earth and being there. Okay, Nicole, yes, I'm going to fix up the recording. I'll make sure I stitch it all together. Obviously, the other one decided to just cut out whilst I was finishing off the meditation. So Nicole will definitely be available. We'll be doing replays for you guys as well. And if you sign up, I will email it out to you as well. Okay, so basically that was like going into the Akashic Records, guys. And then whatever you got first, whatever was the first thing that popped into your heart while we were in the records, I need you to write that down, because later this week when we're doing the rest of the training, we will be working with that word that you got, that image that you got, that feeling that you got, whatever it is, we will be working with that, okay? So please keep it make note of it. It's really important so that we can connect you with that inner wisdom later in the week. Okay, so basically, yeah, so for today, that like purpose that came up for you, the thing that came up for you, really important. Just please keep it. And then I will try and get all this stuff stitched together, and yeah, so that we can at least have some coherent thing. Please make sure that you are properly grounded, feet on the ground, visualize yourself growing roots back into the earth, because I don't want you all like now flittering around in the 5th dimension there while you're supposed to be in the 3rd dimension with the rest of the world. So just make that sure that you're properly grounded. If you maybe can run outside, like put your feet on the grass. Generally what I do is when we do the meditation, I bring you straight back and then like ground you properly. But because the internet decided to bomb out on us today, who knows? Okay, so then what we're going to be working with tomorrow is I want to work with blocks. Okay, so I'm going to be speaking about those things that is stopping you from connecting with the purpose. Okay, and we will be going into the records tomorrow and we will be checking out exactly what's happening there. We're going to be working with one specific thing, and I'll tell you guys more about how does it work in the records, how do we deal with finding blocks, what types of blocks can we find. All of these things have got an impact on us living our purpose. Okay. Oh, shame. Thanks, Ash. I'm glad you got into the records and you enjoyed it, sweetheart. I'm like blown away by this bloody technology thing. I'm like, seriously? But anyway, I think we got the point across, and I think you guys all got to feel what you needed to feel. So it's awesome. Okay, so have a beautiful day further. Absolutely love doing this. My first proper live, except for obviously the bomb out, but that's also fine. We'll make it work. And then tomorrow I will be online again at lunchtime, and I can't wait to work with you guys again and take you through the next part of the Akashic Records. So yeah, and have a beautiful day. And for those of you who haven't signed up yet, please sign up. The links are in the event. And then I can get your email address and I can send you the replays, and I can then make sure that you get access to the stuff. Okay, fabulous. Have a beautiful day further and be in the joy of the Akashic Records, and we'll connect very soon. Thanks. Speak soon. Bye.